Hello and welcome to Drive. Now, kicking off 2025, we are starting with this second generation 2016 Toyota Auris. Now, what makes this particular vehicle special? Starting off with its competitors, it is the Volkswagen Golf and Mazda Axela, which are the dominant brands in Kenya. We have the Ford Focus in the European markets, we have the Kia, the Renault, we have many other competitors, but dominantly in Kenya, we have the Volkswagen Golf, which are loved by many, and we also have the Mazda Axela. So, the Toyota Auris is the second generation, whereby the first generation replaced the Toyota Corolla hatch in 2006. Imepigwa facelift in 2015, whereby it was revamped to have this lovely, sportier, aggressive look, and I really like it. Many people agree with me. This particular vehicle has been a gem in our market. Ukiconsider hii na the next special model in Kenya stand the GR which are very limited in number, but ukuma unataka almost a similar feel in terms of power, I will highly suggest you get the Toyota Auris. So let's talk about what makes this particular Auris special. So let's dive into it. In the 2016 model, we have 4 trim models. We have the Active, we have the Icon, we have the Design, and we have the Excel. We have the 5th one, whereby it is namely called the Hybrid, but I like to believe all hybrids ni Excel. Hybrids mingi unazipatanga zikiwa spec'd fully, unless ni either Design or the Excel. Ni ngumu upate base model ikiwa hybrid. Juu kwa nini ulipia pesa yote? Unless una consider to fuel economy, but personally, most of them I've seen are either the Design or the Excel. So, what makes the design special? This is the Toyota Auris design. First of all, we have the LED and we have the daytime running lights in all the lights there. We have the fog lights down below, which aren't in all the models. So, what sasa zile zinakuja common in other models are, for example, the chrome accent hapa juu, which came sasa with the facelift. We have this chromed strip here down below. We have this black grille and we have this white bumper yenye iko na headlight washers right here and there, whereby hautapata hizo in all the models, only in the Design and the Excel, and I love them completely. Under the hood of the Toyota Auris 2016, in the design part, this is the design trim, we have only 3 types of fueling systems. We have the petrol, we have the hybrid, and we have the diesel. The hybrid uses the petrol variant, whereby it is a 1.8 liter. The diesel uses a 1.6 liter, and the petrol uses a 1.2 liter turbocharged system. Imenutiwa hapa na the D4T, meaning the direct injection, 4-stroke, and turbocharged. So this particular model, hata kama ni 4-stroke, uses either a manual or a CVT. Since this particular model haina manual, it is a CVT, whereby watu wengi wanakuanga na stigma ya CVTs, but I prefer CVTs, whereby kueleza CVTs in an easier way, it's a CVT engine. Basically, it's like an automated manual. Basically, the car pre-selects the next gear for you. Sijui kana make sense. Hapana, nime explain DCT. At CVT, basically, CVT basically ni kama an electric car. Basically, iko na endless gears. Unakanyaga tu ina accelerate continuously. As in, ni kama continuous to acceleration bila ku pre-engage the next gear. Nilikuwa nime-explain DCT. Sorry for that. But going onwards, this particular model is quite powerful. 110 horsepower and 185 Newton meters of torque. Quite a lot and quite plenty for the size of this model. Kwanza kwa the Kenyan roads, siwezi taka ukue na 1000 horsepower chini ya gari kama hujui kuipeleka, because most people want 500 horsepower, 300 horsepower, but watu wengi hawajai handle such numbers in their lives. Watu wengi watajua. So that is what is under this hood, and it looks lovely, clean, and very pristine. So let's go onwards to the side profile of this particular model. I just wish wangeweka a strut ya kushikilia hizo hydraulic struts, but that is what you get with the Toyota Auris. On the side profile of the Toyota Auris, let's start from the bottom, from the top, sorry, going downwards. We have the shark fin on top. We have this rain guards on all the windows. Right here at the side mirrors, we have the side indicators, and they look lovely, to be honest. So right here, unfortunately, they didn't provide a blind spot camera, but this being a very sleek, compact vehicle, it's very quite maneuverable, and ukikuwa ndani hakuna blind spots at all. So honestly, isn't needed unless you depend on technology a lot. Personally, sioni haja yake juu hii gari iko na very good views from the interior. So going onwards to the wheels sasa, since the bodywork is almost over, unless tuongelee the swooping lines, going onwards to the lights, which I like a lot. Inaongeza tu hiyo aerodynamic nature of this vehicle. The wheels for this particular model ni 17 inch. So ukikuwa na gari yako maybe iko na 15 inch, haimaanishi umegongwa. That just means that from the active to the Excel, Auris offers only 3 sets of wheels, the 15, 16 and the 17. So kama sizo mojizo tatu, either umejichocha ukaweka off-roading wheels, ama umejichocha sana ama uligongo ukiwekewa 14 inch. But basically inafaa kuwa na between 15 to 17 inch alloy wheels. The rear profile of the Toyota Auris looks quite stunning. Tukiangalia the lights, iko na hiyo tu standing out, kila iko na stand out tu vizuri, vije imekuja ikakavu na bodywork ikaendelea hivyo tu hiyo design. I like it a lot. Hii gari haitaji kuongeza hapa juu tangoaje hizo wings ama anything of the sorts. Haitaji kitu yote since this bodywork ina work by itself. So hakuna badge ya kuonesha ni design, but technically hii ni design since ya features zinaoferiwa na hii gari. Ukiangalia tu mwenyewe utaanza kunotice specs za design zina align na hii gari. We have the reflectors down below. We have these LED lights making it stand out a lot. We have this chrome accent at the bottom, and ground clearance hii gari ni very nice. Hii sema itaenda ikiscript kwa the bumps along this Kenyan road, since kuna zingine man-made mbovu sana. Zote ni man-made kwa kweli, hiyo ni puzi nimesema. But honestly, kuna zingine ziko quite high, I making sense mbona, na kuna zingine tu zinakuanga zimedesigniwa perfectly. So once we go to the interior of this trunk, first of all, we have this boot cover, which is quite easy to dismount. You just have to remove these ropes right here zenye zimefungiwa hapo juu, utaweza kuitoa. We have this rear view camera right here. That's a 360 degree view camera. Inakusaidia ku back up ama pia security wise as well. So down here we have extra storage whereby unaweza itumia kuweka your spare tires or other things like that. We have the trunk light right here, and we have a hook here yenye unaweza mount your goods. Overall the trunk space kwa kweli it's very large, quite decent, comparable to the Nissan Note, and inakaa tu poa. Actually pia inatoshana na Axela kwa kweli, but it looks a bit wider. In the interior of the 2016 Toyota Auris, Toyota decided to go all out. So let me just cook with what I'm saying. Let's start off with the interior of this particular model, material wise. The seats, chituanzie nayo. These seats are partial leather. This is the design, so they offer the partial leather. Ukiingia into the Excel, that's where they have the full leather. But in the partial leather aspect, they could have gone in two ways. First of all, they could have gone in the way that wanaweka huku only the partial leather at the sides, and then the interior ni fabric. Or they could just have offered the top ni leather ama pahali huku tu katikati. But Toyota decided kwenda all out in an amazing way, in a very lovely way. Waliamua waweke perforated leather at the center, and then at the ends wameka the fabric. Hii design ni kali such that ukiingia kwa gari yenye iko na leather at the sides, ukikaa chini it just burns you. Kama imekuwa ikichomwa kwa jua such as a sunny day like this, unachomwangu huko kwa sides ukikalia kitu, unaanza adjust hadi joto ipunguke kidogo. But since this is a perforated leather, perforated leather, ina reduce hiyo absorption of heat, hadi inapunguza kusweat kama umekaa hapo. Huku kando ina feel tu bado vizuri, hata kama hisi leather. It's a very nice subtle way that Toyota did it, and I like it. And kuongeza tu utamu zaidi ni this brownish yenye ina match na hii wooden trim. Just looks amazing and I appreciate it. Hadi nalala words ku express hii yote. Inakaa poa sana. Kenye najua inaweza disappoint watu wengi sasa ni tukiingia the technology aspect of this model. The tech aspect, this being a Toyota, unfortunately still lags behind with its competitors. We compare it to the Volkswagen Golf, the Axela. Unfortunately, the navigation system for this particular model, unless you just remove this screen ujieke your own Android setup or an Apple CarPlay setup, you will be disappointed with this, since you can only just play Bluetooth, aux, and the radio system. The navigation system, sadly, still dependable right here in Kenya. But I really like these knobs for the for the climate controls. So down here, teremsha right here, we have the buttons whereby these seats are heated or cooled. We have a 12-volt socket down here. Hapa chini we have a button to engage sport mode, cruise control, and we can turn on or off ile start and stop. Watu wengi hawaipendi, pia mimi inamalizanga spark plugs bure. Going onwards, right here you can reset ama unaweza set your cruise controls. Unaweza adjust your trip settings hapa kwa the screen right here at the center. In the two speedometers, one shows your RPM, the RPM highest going to 8000 RPM, and then the top speed for this particular model, unfortunately, is 180 kilometers per hour. This being a CVT, the paddle shifts, honestly, almost useless, but I love the rubber grips for this particular steering wheel. I also like the design of this AC ducts, but zinanikumbusha kidogo kuhusu Axela. Sio kushona na mibia mwingine homework, but urembo ni urembo. Haijalishi nani amepata wa kwanza. Yeah, so that's the interior of this vehicle. We have the mirror dimmers right here, the sunglasses holder on top. We have the manual handbrake, doesn't have a foot brake, and your gear shifter. So the armrest, limited storage, we have the coin tray, and don't have any 12-volt charging port right in here. But right here at the center, we have a slot where you can place your phone. Sidhani ni wireless charging, but usijali, you have a 12-volt socket right there. We have two large cup holders right here. At the front here, the glove box, massive storage, and also leather padded. Aish, interesting. Actually, this one I notice here. Yeah, the dash is also leather padded. The doors leather padded as well. And then we have the brown fittings right here at the armrest. We have the piano black accents right here at the doors, similar to this. Yeah, and that's it. So let's go onwards to the rear review of this particular model. Let's consider kuongelea hizi makeup mirrors and sun visors. In the rear seats of the Toyota Auris, I haven't adjusted the front seats, so I might say if you're tall, utakuwa umefinya watu wako nyuma. But additionally, the benefit of this seat sasa ni iko na headroom mingine poa sana. We have excellent toe room. This I might not consider it a 5-seater since due to its size. But if you have kids, this is a very nice vehicle as well. Tukiendelea mbele, we have two excellent cup holders. We have two car pockets right here, which are leather padded, and the doors similar to the front. We have the leather padding, and then we have the leather cushion with the brown accent as the armrest right here. I really like the design of this rear seats as well. Ziko na the leather touches, and then we have the fabrics at the centers. Ndio maana nasema hii ni 4-seater. Usiconsider 5 at all. Usiwahi consider gari kaa hizi 5-seater unless mnajifinya. But for comfort levels and the demographic of this world, pateni watoto wawili na mtulie, unless gari ya ofisi. So let's talk about why or what makes you buy such a vehicle. Mbona unanunua Volkswagen Golf? Mbona unanunua Xela? Apart from looks, mbona unanunua gari kai? Aisha ingekuwa na access ya rear juu iko quite small. Hapa tu angeka kashimo kama Peugeot 308 ama Peugeot basically. Peugeot wanakuanga na hiyo feature. Unaanga na rear access ya access trunk through here. So kama una smuggle kitu, unazarusha hapa mbio. Unaambia polisi hakuna kitu. Hiyo ni ukora, usijaribu. If you're considering whether to buy a Toyota Auris, Volkswagen Golf, basically Mazda Xela, hiyo kaliba ya magari, the hatchbacks, I'm sure you are considering space and fuel economy, since pockets haziallow uende CX-5s or hizo gari kubwa, basically the Nissan X-Trails, Outlanders. Hutaki as in mfuko ikubali hizo gari kubwa, lakini you are looking for a moderately sized vehicle with a better mileage than others. Unfortunately, najua wengi wenyu waweza kuwa wametoka from Kadudus, the Paso, Swifts, the Notes. Unataka gari kubwa kidogo tu, but hutaki ku break the bank. And that's where gari hizi zinaingilia. Hizi zina offer legroom enough, ziko na economy poa sana. For example, the economy of this particular model from 21 to 23 kilometers per liter. Ikaondesha pikipiki Bailey. Ikaondesha pikipiki basically yenye iko na 650cc to 1000cc. Power yake, since it's a very light vehicle, haina vitu mingi sana unless unaendea hybrids. It's quite maneuverable and quite easy in the accelerating department. So if you are looking for a daily driver, a family oriented vehicle yenye inaweza kutoa point A to B quite decently, na una consider your budget, Japan always it's the best, unless una consider Golf za low CCs. But if you're looking for a powerful top spec vehicle, same size but yenye iko aggressive, labda unataka kuanzia kufanya track days, bado unaweza pata Volkswagen sasa higher CCs. I believe zinakuanga huko 2000s kwenda juu. So this Toyota Auris is available at Lamad Motors. You can check it out. Kuna plenty of vehicles. Utapata Notes. Hapa kando yangu kuna Probox. Pale nyuma ni Land Cruiser. We have plenty of vehicles, and kama wakona every type of vehicles, locally used, freshly imported. Kuna small vehicles, utapata crossovers, the hot hatches, the SUVs themselves, trucks, plenty of vehicles. Check them out and see you on the next episode of Drive Dive.